Hey guys, what's going on? So today's video is going to be a product review and demonstration on the new BH Cosmetics Liquid Foundation. I'm going to go ahead and show you two different colors and also show you how they work throughout the day. So if you want to see what I'm going to say, so the BH Cosmetics Liquid Foundations are currently on sale on the website for around $5, I believe. I got it in two shades because I wasn't sure of my actual color. Looking at the reviews on YouTube as well as Makeup Alley and Sephora and other websites, and many reviews on the two newer shades added in, D6 and D7. D6 being Deep Espresso and D7, I'm not entirely sure of the name, but I will go ahead and link it down below so you can go ahead and check out their website. Now looking online, I wasn't fully confident in which color was going to suit me best. Most of the reviews I saw for women of darker skin, they were using Deep Cocoa or Deep Beige, which I believe is D3 or D4. But I wasn't too sure because I am a nice healthy chocolate girl and I didn't think Deep Cocoa or Deep Beige was going to blend with my skin color. And I wanted to try the D6 or D7, the two newer shades, the darker shades, but there were no reviews. So I went and actually got the Deep Cocoa and was sent the Deep Espresso as well to go ahead and try it out. So thank you BH for that. Although I've had these foundation for about a week now, I have been able to match it to my skin, and I do think that right now Deep Espresso is too dark for me. And although I did think Deep Cocoa was too light, it does seem to blend and take on my skin color even better. So I'm just gonna stop rambling and gonna go ahead and show you what it looks like. Okay, so we're gonna start off with D6 Deep Espresso, and I'm just going to show you how that color looks on my skin. The foundations come in this pretty package. I'm all about packaging, and BH hit the nail on the head with this one. It's in this nice slender bottle, like I said, with the pump applicator, which allows everything to just go even better. It says this liquid foundation provides medium to full coverage for soft, flawless looking skin. Our unique fragrance-free lightweight formula creates a long-lasting finish for daily or professional studio wear. Shake well before use. Like everybody else has said, there is a fragrance to this. It's actually a really strong fragrance. So if that's something you don't like, then I suggest you stay away from this one. Also, just for references, I do have combination to oily skin, but now that we're in the summertime, we're more on the oily side than the combination side. So I wanted to see how well this was going to combat with my oily skin. My face is prepped and primed, and let's get started. Now this is the Deep Espresso that we just used, and this is the Deep Cocoa. I want you to go ahead and take note of the color differences. The Deep Espresso does look like it has a lot of warm undertones, and the Deep Cocoa appears to have cool undertones, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same test I just did with the Deep Espresso on my other hand and let you go ahead and see the difference there. Okay, so just like last time, I'm just gonna go ahead and rub this one in. Actually, looking at it, it does seem to have more red undertones, and I know it looks too bright, but what I've noticed about the Deep Cocoa is the more you rub it in, the more it seems to blend into your skin. So that is the Deep Cocoa right there on my right hand. I'm gonna go ahead and show the Deep Cocoa and the Deep Espresso side by side. So this is the Deep Cocoa on the right, and this is the Deep Espresso on the left. Go ahead and take note of the difference in color. I think in this instance, we're gonna go ahead and use the Deep Cocoa on my face because I do believe the Deep Espresso is just too dark for my skin. All right, so I'm just gonna take it now and apply it to the right half of my face. And I'm just gonna go ahead and take this BH I believe it's the stippling brush. I'm not sure. I'll put a link down below to what it is, and I'm just going to go ahead and blend that out. Alright, so right now I have the right half of my face with the Deep Cocoa foundation, as opposed to the left that does not have anything on. I'm just going to go ahead and finish up the rest of my face with the foundation, and I'll go ahead and tell you what I think from there. Okay, so now I have the foundation over the rest of my face, so my whole face is covered. It doesn't feel so thick as it did on my hand, but I still feel like I'm able to feel it sitting on my face. However, it is it's lighter, as maybe is that the right word to say? I'm not feeling it as much as time goes by. The smell of the foundation still is pretty strong, but it's not a bad smell. Still, there is a scent to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my face and come right back. Okay, so I went and I finished the rest of my face. So right now it's been about 10 minutes since I've applied the foundation, and it doesn't feel as heavy as it did in the beginning. It has oxidized somewhat, I believe. Another thing I want to say about this foundation for me particularly is that I feel as if the oil in my skin and the oil in the foundation are kind of fighting each other right now. I feel like there's like a battle going on my face. Normally I prime my face with Milk of Magnesia, but for the sake of this demo I didn't use the primer, so it could be my own overly oily face fighting against the foundation. But as of right now, I do feel a little bit like I'm becoming oily, and it's only been 10 minutes. I'm not sure. So I'm about to go out, and I'll come back in a couple of hours to let you know how the foundation is doing. If I can't make it back in a couple of hours, I'll come back at the end of the night and we can see how well the foundation held up. Alright, I will see you later. So the day I had initially filmed this video, by the time I got back, it was super duper late and I couldn't do the second part. And from what I remember, I don't even think I was physically able to do the second part. But this is another day, and I wore the same makeup, same foundation, and I went out into the same exact degree weather, about 93 degrees, and now I'm back and I'm going to show you how it looks. So this is my face after about 7 hours with the foundation on, and I'm just going to go ahead and let you take a look at it. So in my personal opinion, I have worn this foundation a couple of times actually since the first time I did this video, and I try to give it a chance. So not only is this going to be like a first trial, but it's also going to be a review at the same time. It's been about 3 weeks since I've been wearing this foundation, and every time I wear it, honestly, I don't like it. It's not my go-to foundation. I won't grab it, and it's not my holy grail. My Clinique foundation is still my go-to foundation. For me personally, I just feel like it sits on my skin and it doesn't really do anything for me, and I still feel super oily throughout the day, and I think it becomes evident in my T-zone and my chin where the oil is building up. And without the Milk of Magnesia, this foundation isn't something that I really like, because the oil in my skin just comes through within about an hour, and it's so hot outside these days, so it doesn't take long for me to start sweating, and I don't feel so matte at the end of the day. It might be different come winter time, or it might be different when I use Milk of Magnesia, or it just might be different if I go to a different area where it's not so hot all the time. But as of now, me and this foundation are gonna have to break up or go our separate ways. We're gonna take a break for a little bit. It is really nice. For the price it's worth too. You know, you can go ahead and try it. I haven't broken out or anything from it, but it's just not the foundation I would grab. So that is going to be it for my review slash demo slash first look at the BH Cosmetics liquid foundation. I will have a blog post containing more details and more pictures, and if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them below. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Janet.